More and more companies are staying private for longer. This is locking out the average investor from realizing gains in these next gen startups. Robinhood recently announced the launch of their own private fund called Robinhood Ventures 1, trading under the ticker symbol RVI, with the aim of bringing private investments to the public market. I'm Matt Bremer, owner and wealth advisor at Queen City Wealth. I help individuals and families make smart decisions to prepare for retirement. If you find the video helpful, be sure to like to follow along, and you can reach out directly if you're interested in working together. Right now, some of the most valuable companies in the world are private companies and do not trade on the public stock market. For example, SpaceX is valued at $1.4 trillion. OpenAI is valued at $840 billion. Anthropic is valued at $380 billion. Stripe at $180 billion, and Databricks at about $135 billion. All of these are private companies not available to the average investor. Compare this to Google that IPO'd in 2004 at $23 billion and now has a market cap of $3.6 trillion. Apple IPO'd at just $1.8 billion in 1980, for example, and now has a public market cap of $3.6 trillion. At the time, Facebook had the third largest IPO at $104 billion, and Meta is now valued at $1.5 trillion. This is 10x from its IPO, and investors have had several opportunities to buy lower. Investors had plenty of chances to buy into these companies and appreciate significant wealth creation along the way. But now these companies are staying private for longer, and until they IPO, the average investor is locked out from these gains. Earlier this month, Robinhood IPO'd their closed-end fund, Robinhood Ventures 1, with the goal of offering retail investors access to these private investments. The initial investments from the fund include Databricks, Mercer, Ramp, Airwallex, Boom, Aura, and others. Databricks is valued at $140 billion. Mercor is valued at $10 billion, Ramp at $32 billion, Airwallex at $8 billion, Boom is valued at $1.5 billion, just after raising $300 million in December of 2025, and Aura's latest valuation was $11 billion. As of last week, Robinhood announced they have invested in Stripe and 11 Labs. This is what's in the fund, but now let's talk about what you get when you buy the fund.